Good afternoon. Please give your attention to my associate, Agent J. Keep it simple, Sled.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Agent K.
You can't just say whatever is on your mind. You can't just think that being who you are and being natural and being, your normal self is going to get you very far. You have to be careful in this world. I'm not telling you to be paranoid. I'm just telling you to be self-aware that the people around you have egos, that people are judging you based on what you say, about how you dress, about your style, about how you look, about the friends you associate with. You may not like it, but it's the reality. You have to understand some of these basic principles so that you don't go around making these painful mistakes. So law number one, never outshine the master. The idea is very simple. Your boss, who you work for, and wherever you are, you're going to have a boss, even if it's only a company of 2 people. That person has an ego, has insecurities. And if you try too hard to impress him or her, if you show off too much, you probably are going to inadvertently trigger their insecurities. And they're going to do weird things to you. They're not going to say, you made me feel insecure. You made me think that maybe you're after my job. Instead, they're going to fire you, or they're going to put you in a bad position. They're never going to tell you what exactly the reality is.
Do not pay attention to this new age bullshit about being yourself, my true self, my authentic self, all that mumbo jumbo. You are a man. You get created and sculpted through struggle, through adversity. You build yourself. Men are made, they are not born. You need to go through things. You need to improve yourself. So if you think you're fine the way you are not. Every man that is above you and beyond your reach did work to get where he is. That's what you need to do. Or you can stay the way you are and believe the bullshit these feminists say, your true self and love me as I am. That's for the women. Women have their value when they're born. Look at how we treat little girls compared to little boys. And then 18 going, see how women are treated compared to boys. They get their value and they need to keep it, and you need to build yours. So do not think you can be exactly as you think you should be. You should be better than you want to be, or you're going to get yourself in the line of fire and people are going to take you out. It's a cold world out for men. Trust me.
One of the things in my industry, I always talk about dress like the people you want to attract. Groom like the people you want to attract. So I was working one time in a barber shop where everyone's like with baggy pants halfway down their ass and baggy shorts, like mesh shorts and baseball caps on sideways. That kind of, you know the vibe I'm talking about, right? And I'm a shirt and tie guy. And I'll never forget Jose one day coming in with gray dress slacks on, black dress shoes, shined up, nice shirt, pressed. I said, Jose, what's up, my brother? He says, I want to be like you for a day. I said, okay, well, let me know how that works out for you. So at the end of the day, he says, you know what? I was attracting different people. And it was like a walk-in kind of barber shop where people would come in and pick who they want or whoever was next in line. At the end of the day, Jose said, I made more tips. People perceive me different.
There's a reason why there's this phrase, you have to dress to impress. Aim for being better. Dress how you expect to be treated. If you dress like a bum and you're not even a bum, people are going to treat you like a bum. There are billionaires out there that dress like bums. And when people don't know them, they treat them like bums. Obviously, these people find out they effed up after they realize who they messed with. But you're not a billionaire. You have no right to be dressing like a bum. They have all the right because now they've done all the work and they can dress like bums. But you can't. People judge you on how you look.
Research shows that what men do in a relationship is by a large margin the crucial factor that separates a great relationship from a failed one. This does not mean that a woman doesn't need to do her part, but the data proves that a man's actions are the key variable that determines whether a relationship succeeds or fails. This was written by a man, Dr. John Gottman, who has studied thousands of relationships, and I know the vast majority of men will see this as just another attack. So we'll get defensive, we'll shut down, we'll play the victim, we'll refuse to be self-reflective, and we'll just dismiss it. But in doing so, we might just prove his point. But what if he's right? Isn't that worth exploring? After reading his books, I know he's not saying men are bad, and he's definitely not saying that women don't have work to do. He calls everyone out equally. This isn't a license for you to be mistreated in any way. Mutual respect and kindness are still essential. This isn't about blame. I don't see this as an attack. I see this as an opportunity. Because for so many men, you were raised to think vulnerability and feelings were weaknesses, and intimacy was a threat to your independence, and closeness and connection were something that girls felt. And we don't realize how much that sets us up to fail. And that is not an excuse to mistreat anyone. I'm just saying we don't know what we don't know. And I'm just reminding you that having the courage to learn about humility and empathy and the different types of intimacy, learning how to resolve conflict in a healthy way, learning how to be a safe place for your partner, and how to model respect and love, that doesn't lose your man card. It earns it.
As a man, you're the leader. You have more responsibility on you. All your relationships, especially your intimate romantic ones, are on you. All relationships you deal with women the most, it's on you. You lead it. You are the one who sets the tone. That's why the woman comes into your frame. If you allow her to have the frame, it's going to lead to ruin. Need to learn how to have frame. Need to learn how to do the right things. You need some practice, and you should get some practice. Get out there, date a bit. But whilst you date, you learn how to do that as well, so you don't end up getting fucked over.
What have we learned so far? Stay away from that woman. That was a big one, right, for the first couple chapters. A lot of bad things can happen when it comes to being with a certain kind of woman, a forbidden woman, not only an adulteress, but also a sexual tourist, a degenerate, a woman who inverts the use of her body for unnatural purposes. It says, let not steadfast love and faithfulness forsake you. And here comes the imagery again of that, putting something around your neck. Bind them around your neck, write them on the tablets of your heart. Put it around your neck. The teachings of your parents, the teachings of elderly, the teachings of Scripture.
Being a man, you're responsible for everything. Everything relies on you, especially the relationships you have with women. And before you even meet her, you have a responsibility to learn things that make sure that once it starts, and it starts from meeting her, you're doing the right things to lead the right way, knowing how to pick them, knowing how to avoid strumpets, the ones that travel. And trust me, any girl that says she travels, it's a SLUT. She's been around. Any girl that says she travels, especially if she travels alone or with a group of girls, it's an SLUT. If she goes with her family, it's very less likely that she does that. She wants to travel in her teens, she's a slut. She's a sexual tourist. Learn how to pick them. You're responsible for all of these things. That's why you have to be smart. That's why this video is about being smart. You have to be smart in the beginning so you learn the things you need to learn. And by the time you meet her, you have all your bases covered. Your frame is right. You've already chosen right. Because that's what it takes. Just like when you meet a woman and you speak well and all of that, you've done all the work prior to meeting her to be able to speak well, to get your money right, your muscles right, all of that, your mind right, create the vibe she wants, all of that. It's the same with the relationship part. It's not about just getting her number or sleeping with her. It's about finding one worth your time to keep. Because if you're around sleeping around with all these girls, you're wasting your bloody time.
Men don't ever have to really lie to women because women will lie to themselves as long as they like you.
Yes.
Definitely.
But it's always a woman's intuition when a man is out cheating or doing something inappropriate, but it's never a woman's intuition when she has to hold herself accountable or look inward. Oh, this woman could be out sleeping around, being promiscuous or making poor choices, but it's never a woman's intuition that he's not going to step up and be a father. And it's not a woman's intuition that he's playing the field ever and has multiple girls, but, you know, her intuition just suddenly stopped working. But when it comes to a man being out all night, oh my God, she has a gut feeling and it's a woman's intuition that something was up. These men will show these women exactly who they are, but these women will choose not to believe it so they can avoid accountability and deflect blame when the relationship ends. It's not a coincidence that suddenly a woman can finally see a man for who he is the moment that her feelings are gone. It's just additional proof that a woman will lie to herself more than any man will ever lie to her. And it's the day that a woman stops lying to herself about who you are that she decides that she's unhappy. And the real reality is that intuition is only real when it's about a woman not having to look in the mirror. Okay, bye.
You have to start reading books. You have to start learning. Education doesn't stop with school. In fact, schools are designed to teach you how to be a slave. You have to self-educate. Read books. Try and find out the books that would help you. People can share books you should read. Go online. There are people recommending books on different topics you can learn from. Forget about these fictional books telling you weird stories. You can read one or two of them in your free time. That would help you, but most of your time should be spent reading stuff you can learn from. People teaching you real life stuff. And there's so many books out there. You can even ignore the hard copy books and you can find PDFs. You can either buy them or you can be a pirate and get them for free. Either way, get some books, read them. Spend time and improve yourself. Be smarter, be better, and you're gonna get better results. You are getting what you have now because of whom you are now. Any guy who you look up to that's better than you, they did the work to get there. Learn from them and do the same, and you can get better. Do not think you're deserving of the right woman now when you're the wrong man. Do better, you can get better.
Imagine a vaccine so safe you have to be threatened to take it. For a virus so deadly you have to be tested to know you have it.
Alright, that's it for this video. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and please help us get to 1,000 subscribers and more. Help us monetize if you enjoyed this video and you appreciate the content you're getting. Help us be able to keep it coming. Until next time, peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.